And hello, everybody. Welcome live from Zorn Gymnasium in Newton Falls. This is the Newton Falls Tigers versus the Garfield G-Men, a battle of two outstanding teams playing their varsity battle against one another. Good evening, everybody. My name is David Lynch, and I'm here with Ken Klein, the mayor of the city of Newton Falls. And Ken, you and I have broadcast two home games in this little series, and Newton Falls has come out on top. Even though the beginnings of both games against Liberty and the other game we played where they were sort of flat at the beginning, but in the end, Newton Falls always seems to pull away, don't they?
Yeah, it would be nice to get a little bit earlier start tonight, you know?
Yeah. Well, you and I have talked about this. The beginning of the game seems to be a little bit like a couple of sumo wrestlers trying to get a read on one another.
Yeah, the filling out process. You know, that's why you hope in the first couple minutes that somebody on the team makes a big play of some type to where they get the momentum right away, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for tonight.
You know, Ken, my intelligence reports tell me, and I have a man on the inside in the Klein household, that one of the questions tonight is, how is the man who is the leading scorer on the team, averaging just over 17 points a game, Joey Klein, how is he feeling tonight? We understand that at the Klein household, somebody opened the window and influenza.
Yeah, well, I guess, you know what, it's going to be interesting to see. We'll all find out in about 16 minutes. I don't know. He went home a half a day today in school with a temperature of over 101 and took some medicine and napped for a while. So I guess we'll find out. I don't know.
Well, you know, one of the things that athletes go through when they experience a flu bug is dehydration. So I'm presuming that plenty of fluids were getting poured into the system tonight.
Oh yeah, a lot of Gatorade, a lot of water, and some
get those electrolytes in there, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's great. Well, you know, today is a matchup of teams that have both had very good seasons. The Garfield G-Men from Garrettsville. For some reason, the stats I'm seeing online are only 9-2, which is a great record, but it's a much fewer games than Newton Falls. And quite frankly, Ken, I think that the more games you play, the sharper you become. So I think that's an advantage, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know why that would be. That can't be right. 11 games compared to 18. I don't know. You know, they must not have called in some stats or something, because in high school they're always should be pretty close to the same. But
okay, and the other thing that everyone is buzzing about is that the center, who was out with an injury for Newton Falls, sort of came into his own last game. Talk about that, would you?
Yeah, Cole Marquette had a nice game. He's been a work in progress for the last couple weeks since he's been back, and it was nice to see him, all of his work pay off, and I hope that tonight he can build upon that and be confident from that game, because we're going to need him. Garrettsville's always known for being a pretty physical team, a pretty rugged team, so we're gonna need Cole to throw a little weight around inside, you know.
Well, Cole had 19 points in that game, which was the leading scorer in that game. But he did something else that I'm hoping is the kind of thing that the other players think about, and that is he made all his foul shots.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not necessarily the hallmark of Newton Falls, is it?
No, I mean, we've shot poorly from the foul line all year. There's only a couple guys on the team that are an exception, but overall we haven't shot real well. You know, and it's, you know, as the season progresses and we get into the tournaments, well, you're going to need to make them foul shots.
Yeah. The other thing that we noticed happening over the last couple of games is that the bench has been very strong. Can you give us a little bit of your analysis of why the bench has been so strong lately?
Well, you know what? You get a lot of teams that maybe you get one guy that's a ball hog or tries to do too much, and he carries the team all year. By the time they get into tournaments, the rest of the team, I don't know, isn't capable of doing too much because they've leaned on that other guy. But we've had a few injuries and sickness and different things go on. So we've played 8 or 9 deep and got contributions from a lot of guys on the bench. So these guys are used to playing starters minutes, so we have a lot of depth there. And like we've said the last couple games, we've started off slow, but so has our opponent. We've had some real knockdown, drag-out games recently, but we've got into the fourth quarter, and Newton Falls has excelled because we've had a lot more depth than the other team, and our bench has really carried us to the finish line.
Ken, I'd like you to tell me a little bit about right now the camera's on Adam Honeycutt, and I was going to bring him up, so they're psychic over there in the booth, in the camera control room, because Adam really started to pour into 3 points in the middle of the game last week, and it's almost become a specialty for Adam Honeycutt, hasn't it?
Yeah, or they're showing Josh right there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, are you talking about Josh or are you talking about Adam?
No, I'm talking about number 23.
Yeah, that's Adam. He's over, and he was over the other, talking the key there. Well, you know what? I remember when he was in 10th grade. He's a senior now.
Yeah.
And he played quite a bit, and it was kind of like when Michael Jordan had that breakout game when he played for North Carolina, and he hit that game winner. Well, we were playing champion here, and I think we were down by either 1 or 2 points last second, and he hit a 3 from about where he's standing now. And that kind of gave him confidence. That was 2 years ago, and he's, ever since never really looked back. He's just a natural shooter, and as you said, unlimited range. He's,
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things about the confidence. To me, a three-point shooter is similar to a relief pitcher. It's all about confidence, and when he's open behind the three-point line, he doesn't look at the line and see, I'm 5 feet behind the line, I better step up a little bit. The only thing that happens to him is he says, I'm open, there's no one around me, and I'm going to take the shot. Yeah. And what I think it's almost like he's in a zone.
Yeah. Well, the good thing with him being a senior, he could miss a couple shots, maybe not have a good shooting night, and if it comes down to it at the end of the game and we need him to make the outside shot, he doesn't even flinch. He doesn't hesitate or think about it. He lets it go, and more times than not, in a clutch situation, he puts it in.
All right. Well, what we're going to do now is, I just turned yours up a little bit. Ken, why don't you go through the starting lineup for the Newton Falls Tigers?
Okay, number 1, Joey Klein. Number 2, Jacob Wright. Number 3, Josh Honeycutt. Number 4, Evan Robertson. Number 5, Cole Marquette. Number 11, Ivan Howard. Number 13, Ian King. Number 23, Adam Honeycutt. Number 24, Jordan Dowling. And number 22, Caleb Howard.
And for the Garfield G-Men from Garrettsville, number 0, Jared Simon. Number 1, Caden Spade. Number 2, Cam King. Number 4, Anthony Dema. Number 5, Nathan Pitzinger. Number 14, Tristan Gideon. Number 15, Jace Kane. Number 20, Owen Janik. Number 21, Isaiah Patton. Number 24, Brody Swiganski. And number 22, Austin Peterson. We're about 9 minutes from game time. This is David Lynch with Mayor Ken Klein from the city of Newton Falls, getting ready for the Newton Falls Tigers to take on the G-Men from Garrettsville. And we know that they're a strong team, and as you said, a physical team, which is the reason why I ask you, Ken, one of the things that Newton Falls seems to do better than any other teams I've seen this year is they spread the fouls around. We don't see our players getting in foul trouble early. Is that something you can teach kids? Because we are good on defense. How do you explain that?
No, I think it's, and you've commented on this year, I just think it's game preparation by the coaches. I mean, I think our coaching staff does an excellent job of preparing them, leaving no T not crossed or whatever. If you know what I'm saying, dotting every I to where they're situational, so they have them more times than not in the right place, so they're not chasing And when you're not playing defense with your feet, where you're chasing, you're not in the right spots, you tend to end up with fouls. That and when you get tired. And with as much depth as we have, you notice we rotate in 2 and 3 guys every 2 or 3 minutes, so it keeps our guys fresh, so we're not sucking air and picking up fouls as a result.
Yeah, well, the thing that I appreciate about the team is that they have tough defense without the fouling. In fact, there are 2 guys that come off the bench that really provide a defensive spark. One is Evan Robertson, and the other one is Ivan Howard. Talk to me a little bit about their defense.
Yeah, you know what? Nice thing about them, there's no egos there. Like I've said before, they could be getting their names announced in the starting 5 on probably about any team that we've played this year, and it doesn't bother them that they're coming off the bench. They know they're going to get their minutes. They come in there and they play with intensity. They play hard, hard-nosed, clean basketball. And it's nice, Joey brought this up to me, the nice thing about their team, so many personalities. Those 2 that you brought up, it's funny, if you're out there on the court, those are 2 of the more rugged players,
Tough men.
Yeah, yep.
Tough men against the G-men.
Yeah.
That's quite a name for their mascot, being G-men, because G-men basically means federal government agent.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an ominous. I'm waiting for some of these players to serve somebody a subpoena for their tax returns or something. Well, we're getting ready for those Garfield G-men. They're taking on the Newton Falls Tigers. The Newton Falls Tigers are 16-2. And Ken, one of the things about having a record like that, obviously the Tigers are headed in the playoffs, and I'm not sure it's going to affect their playoff picture very much if they drop a game here or there. Does that put Coach Sembach in a position where he can relax a little bit and maybe do a little bit of experimentation in order to be prepared for the playoffs?
Not really. All he cares about is that they're playing at their top level. And he is, he made the comment to me that they're not quite where he would like them to be at the end of the year when the tournaments come, that he wants to get back to the intensity level where we were at and where we're running like a well-oiled machine, and he had said we're not quite there right now. I think the seeding is done, so if we go and win the next couple games or lose the next couple, it's not going to...
Yeah, it won't make any difference.
It won't make a difference in the where we're ranked at for the playoffs, but he just wants us to get back in sync offensively and defensively.
All right. Well, I'm looking at some of the stats that are available online, and some of the stats that are really outstanding. They're indicating that Newton Falls is averaging about 30 rebounds a game. And for a team that's not really known for height, although they do have some big lads, they seem to be winning the battle of the boards almost every game. That's got to be encouraging if you're Coach Sembach.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're long and they're athletic. They get after the ball, and I know Coach Smith, he's one that pushes them on. He takes a lot of pride in getting after the loose balls, and if they don't get after the loose balls, they have to answer to him, and he's the sergeant over there.
Okay.
So that pushes him a little bit.
Well, you were talking about loose balls. Newton Falls is averaging 13 and a half steals a game. That's a pretty high number. Normally in an average game, you might have 7 or 8 steals, but 13 and a half steals, that's a sign of foul-free defense, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. You say 13 and a half a game.
Yeah.
Wow, that's like 3 a quarter. Yeah, that's really getting after the ball and putting a lot of pressure on and communicating, you could say, really, because if you got 3 or 4 guys playing really good defense and that one guy lets you down, that weak link, it messes it up for everybody. So all 5 guys got to be communicating to make plays like that.
Well, Ken, this is going to be a battle of wills, a battle of strength, a battle of 2 good teams. But one of the things maybe we talked about earlier that we might be fighting a little bit, and that is the battle of Mother Nature. We know that Joey Klein is the starting point guard. He brings the ball down. every single time. And, you know, normal folks just watching the game don't realize what it takes out of a player to have to bring the ball down every single time. Well, in just a moment, we're going to be going to our public address system, and we'll have the opportunity to listen to our national anthem. So we will pause for a moment and listen to the PA system. And as everyone rises, maybe you at home also should rise as we have the singing, the singing of our, or rather the playing of our national anthem.
To honor America, please stand for the playing of our national anthem.
This is the time when Joe Tate used to say, "What a beautiful night for baseball." Yes, it's the Newton Falls Tigers taking on those G-men of Garrettsville. That is the Garfield G-men. And we'll go back to the PA system for the introduction of the players and the introduction of the coaches.
The officials assigned to this game have met extensive requirements set by the Ohio High School Athletic Association, have been approved by both schools to provide their important role in tonight's contest. The officials for this game, Matt Kearns, Ken Downey, and Darrell Harrison. The athletes, coaches, and officials are guests of Newton Falls High School. The fans are asked to respect the effort each of them has put forth preparing for tonight's contest. We ask all attending to show courtesy and respect for fellow fans, officials, coaches, those administrating the contest, and of course, your team and your opponent. As important today as ever, please remember to respect the game. Now let's meet the starters for tonight's contest. For the visiting Garfield G-men, senior, number 0, Jared Simon. Sophomore, number 1, Caden Spade. Senior, number 5, Nathan Pitzinger. Junior, number 14, Tristan Gideon. And senior, number 22, Austin Peterson. Team led by head coach Joe Walensky, assisted by Tommy Bissler, Terry Peterson, and Randy Ward. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for your Newton Falls Tigers. Junior, number 13, Ian King. Junior, number 5, Cole Marquez. Junior, number 3, John Shanika. Junior, number 1, Joey Pye.
Folks, we're at Zorn Gymnasium, getting ready for the tip-off of the Newton Falls Tigers versus the G-Men from Garfield, Garrettsville High School. And actually, it's a pretty good crowd for a Tuesday night. You know, last week we weren't getting that as big a crowd, and the folks from Garrettsville have brought quite a few folks as well, Ken.
Yeah, they traveled pretty well. I see a lot of Garrettsville fans here tonight. Garrettsville controls the tip, and Joey Klein picks up number 5 out front, passes it out to the wing to number 1 and back out the other wing. Slight penetration there, passes it out to 22, which fakes the drive, looks out to the wing. Joey Klein applying the defense. Number 1, the shot is up. No good. Rebound, Ian King. Pushes it to Joey Klein, and he brings it up. See what he does. He looks around. Pass into Cole Marquette. Dishes out to Adam Honeycutt. Shoots the 3 ball. Good.
Looks like Adam's going to get started early tonight.
Yeah, the quick start we were hoping for. See if we can play some defense here. The ball, number 1, looks top of the key to 22, out to number 5. Hits number 0 inside. The shot, the 3 ball. Rebound, Cole Marquette. Passes out to Joey Klein. He brings it up. He's looking for his teammates. Brings it out front, sets up a play. Cole Marquette setting a screen. A little bit of isolation action here. See what Joey does. Takes it to the basket, loses control for a moment, takes it up, misses the layup. Had the bucket. Garrettsville brings it up. They look to the corner, throw it out front to number 1. He brings up, passes back to number 5. They're working around a little bit, trying to find an opening in Newton Falls defense. Got penetrate, number 0 cuts to the hoop, give and go, and scores.
Yeah, it looks like the give and go is the only way they're getting inside, because otherwise there's nothing there.
Yeah, they worked it around for quite a while before the defense finally broke down. Joey Klein coming out, looks like he's setting the pick for Josh Honeycutt.
That's a little bit of shoving around there.
Yeah, I was waiting for the whistle. Joey Klein, he got bumped again. Adam Honeycutt out front to his brother Josh. Newton Falls looks like they're doing a little bit more isolation action. To pass inside to Cole Marquette.
But he's fouled.
And he's fouled, yep. Fans don't like it, but it was definitely a good call. He got him on the arm. So,
see if we'll catch a replay on that play.
Cole, the first of 2 here. Knocks it down.
I'll tell you what, he has turned into a foul shot making machine over the last couple of games.
Yeah, nothing but net for Cole. It's like that wrist is starting to feel better then, you know? That was the scary thing about it when he first came back. We didn't know if he was even going to be able to shoot a foul shot, if he'd have the strength in it. Number 1 for Garrettsville, passes out to number 0.
Again, the outside is sealed off.
Rebound, Adam Honeycutt, and he is fouled by, is it number 1?
No, it looks like it's number 1.
Yeah, Caden Spade.
And that is a loose ball foul, team second foul.
Yeah, that's a rough foul there to get one like that.
Yeah, just off the rebound.
Joey hits Josh Honeycutt, back to Joey, inside to Cole Marquette. Power dribble, and he goes up strong, and he scores.
Yeah, that's going to be, here's the replay you can see, Ken.
Look at it, big, strong
when he makes
play.
that little fake move, he's going to have that all night long. All night long.
Garrettsville out front from 3, and it's good. Yeah, I remember him from last year. We don't want to leave him open.
Yeah, Garrettsville already is telegraphing that they're going to be using the outside game.
Yeah, they look like they're penetrating a little bit, and they like to kick it out to try to make a little bit of room.
Oh, what a pass inside.
He powers up,
Oh.
misses the layup, but Garrettsville gets the ball.
A great pass.
They're in fast break here. He pulls up from 2. It's off. Joey Klein with the rebound. He pushes it. See how much stamina he has if he can stay with this. Adam Honeycutt drives,
inside
passes
to
Joey, and he scores and is fouled.
Nice. Watch the replay on this. What a pass. A little dribble, bounce pass.
Nice pass.
Joey
Good timing.
Klein.
I'm glad to see him score like that earlier to get a little bit of an intensity level.
Sure.
Sometimes maybe you forget that you don't feel that well when you're.
At 2 o'clock this afternoon, I think he was horizontal.
Yeah. I figured if he could get out of bed, get us a little bit of a sweat going, that maybe he'd be all right.
Yeah. Well, the next game is until Friday night, so they'll be recuperating in between.
Got to hit them foul shots.
Wide open
Three-pointer.
for the 3 for Spade, and Spade misses it.
Another rebound, Newton Falls. They're cleaning the glass right now. Josh Honeycutt brings it up. He sets, penetrates, kicks out to Ivan Howard. Looks inside.
Nice little sneaky bounce pass from that Ivan Howard
To Jacob Wright.
to Jacob Wright there.
Not sure what the call was.
Looks like it might have been an out-of-bounds call. There's no foul.
Josh Honeycutt with the ball passed in by Joey Klein. He works it around, dribbles it out to the wing. And he penetrates and goes up. Yeah, and he's fouled.
That's too bad that didn't go in because it was it all kind of fell into place. Watch this little hesitation shot by Honeycutt.
Well, I can tell you what.
I think we got away with one there, Ken.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Well, what did they do there?
This is very strange.
Yeah, if there was a foul, it should be Newton Falls' ball.
Well. I think they're saying there was a forearm by Honeycutt that he fouled on the offensive play.
Okay.
They're calling a charge.
Okay. All right, I didn't see that.
Yeah, they're calling a charge.
Okay, yeah. All right. Garrettsville brings it up. They have it at the top of the key. Number 22 pivots around.
Still, there's nothing inside for Garrettsville.
Oh.
I wish he'd have left it there for a while. I kind of like that shot. We refer to that as a wedgie.
Yeah. Joey Klein brings it up for Newton Falls. Looks to set something up. Passes it over to Adam. Pivots around, throws it back to Joey. Joey hits Jordan Dowling, back to Joey. Joey penetrates up
There's
with
the
it.
Floater.
Ooh, off the glass and good.
That's the floater.
Yeah, the bank is open today. Garrettsville from 3. No good. Jordan Dowling with the rebound pass to Joey, and he's pushing it. Back to Adam Honeycutt to Jordan Dowling. Dowling penetrates, hits Joey. He goes up strong. Ooh, misses the layup.
There's a block.
He's blocked out of bounds.
That reverse, here's the reverse by Joey Klein and the block, of course. But, Joey Klein has shown that reverse layup works.
Yeah,
so he's got to stick with it.
Yeah, he's named it. Remember I told you that's it. He calls
jelly.
that his jelly.
Yeah, the jelly.
Oh, pass inside. Oh, I think they were a little bit.
An errant pass. We're down to less than 2.5 minutes in the first quarter. 11-5. The Tigers are up over the G-Men. 11-5, and the G-Men are having a hard time inbounding the ball here.
Garrettsville brings it up with about 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Got 4 guys high here.
They're not playing any inside game at all, Ken.
Off shot. Yeah, they're not even attempting to get it inside.
Yeah, they have.
Josh looks. He hits Jordan.
Very, very close.
Yeah,
pass.
Jordan penetrates, hits Ian King, which he brings it around to Adam. Adam penetrates, goes in for the shot, and shot's blocked.
Pass. I'll tell you what, they're playing a decent defense at Garrettsville, but on the offensive end of the game, they're not even trying to throw the ball inside.
Yeah,
They've got
not.
that one bucket off of a pass and go, but that's it. There's a steal.
Well, we can't be helping them. Come on, guys.
And that's looks like going to be a blocking foul. You can see it right here on number 11.
Ivan Howard, yeah.
And you know what? If that was a fast break that would result in points, that's not a bad foul.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think he lost it a little
footing.
bit, and because of the turnover, and went down and fouled. Cole Marquette applying the defense. Now Adam Honeycutt out front. Garrettsville penetrates, pops up from the short jumper. Rebound by Josh Honeycutt, and he brings it up. Pass it over to Ivan Howard. Takes a couple dribbles. Adam Honeycutt from downtown, short.
Ball goes back to the G-men.
Joey Klein checks in for Adam. And Garrettsville's preparing to bring the ball up with just over a minute left in the first quarter. Ian King applying the defense out front. Pass out here on the wing to number 1. Back
There's
out
number
front.
22 again.
Rebound Garrettsville. Ivan Howard with the defense. Rebound Josh Honeycutt. He pushes it. Looks for Cole Marquette. He goes strong and scores.
You know, Cole put the ball on the floor. He didn't need to, Coach.
6 points for Cole in the first quarter so far.
That looked like a
dribble
travel
drive,
to me. Like to see that again. He took that Michael Jordan extra step to get to the basket. But that's okay. It's 13-7 with 30 seconds left in the first quarter. The Tigers up 13 to 7 points.
A little bit of isolation. Joey's looked like he's going to take him to the basket. Pass it off to Cole. And they fouled Cole Marquette, but it looks like on the ground, so he won't be shooting.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I can't tell if he put the ball on the floor or not, but he's got to get right to the rim every time. Well, there are 22 seconds left. A little stop in the action. Inbounding will be Joey Klein.
Josh Honeycutt. He passes off to Joey. I think it's another foul on Garrettsville, number 2.
Yeah, they are committing, well, I call them senseless fouls. Fouls that don't get you anywhere.
Yep. A lot of unnecessary fouls, reaching, grabbing, undisciplined fouls. Ian King's going to take it out. No.
Yeah, Newton Falls will be in the bonus. Well, there are only 18 seconds left, but these are not fouls that are getting anywhere.
Jordan Dowling inbounds it to Joey Klein. He brings it up with 15 seconds left.
Well, they'll play for the last shot, I would think.
Yep. Josh Honeycutt's holding. He drives to the hole. Left hand Cole Marquette to Jordan Dowling. 3 up. And he good.
Oh, my.
Yep.
Oh, as Dick Enberg used to say, oh, my.
Yeah, if you leave the youngster open, he's going to knock it down.
You saw that on the replay with just, that went in the net with maybe a half a second left. And what a great way to close it out. 16-7, the Tigers over the Garrettsville G-men. Ken, here's what I observe the most. They are not even trying to establish an inside game with Garrettsville. To me, that's like a football team that never runs the ball.
That's a good point.
I don't know how they're going to be able to score when all of our defenders know that the outside game is the only way that even Garrettsville thinks that they can score.
Yeah, at some point, if you're Newton Falls, you're going to really overplay the guys. You're going to come out quick. You're going to close out fast. Not respecting their drive, not respecting they're not posting anybody. They're doing a 4-high offense, and so it's kind of odd.
Well, they did get one layup off a pass and go on the inside, but that is it. And let's see how the defense is going to be greeted by the offense of the G-men. The G-men have got to do something different if they want to get in this game.
They have a little bit of I was just going to say a cutter low.
Yeah.
You know, they're swinging some guys low a little bit to give you a look, but that's about it. Joey Klein brings it up, penetrates.
He's got the floater.
Little flat, misses it. Passed out to 14, brings it up to 0. Get out on him.
Evan Robertson, our spark plug, is in the game, so I'm expecting some high energy.
Shot by Josh Honeycutt, off. Garrettsville at the rebound, brings it up. Ivan Howard applies the defense. Good D. He's up the baseline and he scores.
You know, the only way they're going to get inside is to dribble in from along the baseline, because I don't see any other way that if I'm the coach over at Garrettsville, I got to see that he's got a tiny opening there, and you may see more of that later on in this game.
Yeah, they're not posting nobody up.
16-9 with 7 minutes, just over 7 minutes left in the second quarter, and the Garrettsville G-men are now at 10 points to the 16 from Newton Falls. It seems like the lead should be greater than that, Ken.
Yeah, it seems like it. I mean, Newton Falls is kind of went cold a little bit, I think, over the last couple minutes. Joey loses his dribble and hits
Evan Robertson.
Passes it back to Joey. He's got the top of the key, looking the defense over. He penetrates.
There's a steal.
Too much dribbling. .14 off the glass and good. Cuts the lead to 4 points.
That was a very nice move by the G-men.
Josh Honeycutt hits his brother Adam from 3-point range. No good. Rebound comes off for Garrettsville. They look down quickly. Josh Honeycutt gets a hand in it and knocks it out of bounds.
He's like a safety deflecting a pass over there. Very, very nice. So inbounding will be the Garrettsville G-men, getting a little bit of a comeback here. The score is 16-12 with 6 minutes left.
Newton Falls ball off Garrettsville.
And Josh Honeycutt putting on some impressive defense there.
Yeah, Newton Falls needs a bucket right now to kind of stop the bleeding here. They haven't scored in a little while. Well, haven't scored in the second quarter, I should say.
Yeah. Joey Klein taking his time bringing the ball down, which is a good idea.
Swings over to Ian King. Joey has it out front.
They were looking for Marquette
nice
inside.
Crossover, takes it to the hoop, missed the layup.
Go up, Go up,
Cole. Another missed layup. Garrettsville controls the rebound. Passes it out front. Almost lost it over.
Almost an over and back there.
Pass out to the wing to number 14 out front to the other wing from 3-point range. Shots off. It'll be Garrettsville ball.
Well, this is kind of an important few minutes here. 16-12, just under 5.5 minutes, and Newton Falls needs to get back on track. They've gone cold for about 3 minutes, Ken.
Yeah, we've missed a few easy shots. It seems like the last couple of possessions we've had the shots. Just drive on Cole, and he scores. They're within a basket now.
16-14 with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Newton Falls trying to get back on track. They seem to be dominating this game throughout the first quarter, and Garrettsville has been clawing their way back.
Joey looks over the defense, passed into Josh Honeycutt, hits Cole, but just a little bit too late.
All right, this is an important possession here. G-men can, behind the back pass by 21. He's open for a three.
Shots off, Garrettsville.
They get their own rebound. Number 22 from Three-Land. He gets it, and the lead goes to Garrettsville, 17-16 with 4.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Newton Falls is going to have to regroup. I think there's going to be a timeout here pretty soon, I would think, by the Newton Falls Tigers if they don't score here.
Yeah, we definitely need to make something happen. Joey Klein penetrates, looks up and under, and scores. There you go.
There it is.
All right, we need to stop here.
18-17. The Tigers up by
Garrettsville
one
pulls up
lousy
from
point.
three. Shoot, he's fouled.
Well, that'll put him at the line for 3
Yeah.
shots. And, boy, I don't know. I think there's a little bit of play acting there. I don't know if we can watch the replay on that. But I think there was a little bit of exaggeration, shall we say, after that shot on the part of the shooter. But, you know, the referees don't see everything. Number 22, who's a good shooter, is going to shoot 3. Well, that helps, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. But he still has 2 more coming. There you go.
This is, you know, you start to think about it. You missed the first 2 on a 3 shot at the foul line, and it gets in your head a little bit.
Yeah, the best he can hope for is to tie it up here, but
and the third one is good. It's tied at 18 with 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Well, there's been quite a shift in momentum here, folks. And Newton Falls is going to see if they can grab the momentum back. No pressure on Klein as he takes the ball down.
yeah, he brings it up, and Garrettsville scouted us. I've seen them at a couple of their games, and they know that we handle the full court pressure pretty well, and that's why they're not pressuring us. Pass inside to Adam Honeycutt. He's mugged. No call there. Garrettsville has the ball out front. A little bit of a penetration look. Block on Ian King. No shot.
He's waving off the basket. And let's see it. Well, it's either on the floor. You can see the play there. It's either on the floor or it's a charge. Well, I guess it's on the floor. A foul on the floor.
Yeah, it was on I think King before the shot, so they'll be taken out underneath the
Well,
hoop.
I know some referees that would have counted the bucket.
Yeah.
You've seen that. But no bucket. 18-18 with 3:33 on the time. Left in the second quarter. What looked like it was going to be a runaway for Newton Falls has turned into an intense battle.
Yeah, they've kind of cut down on their offense here a little bit. Pass out front to Garrettsville. Number 1 controls looks out to the wing to 21, fakes inside. Pass out to the other wing. They look out and they pass out front to number 1. He dribbles and looks the defense over. Nice defense by Josh Honeycutt. We got to get the rebounds, though. Pass out on the wing to the corner. Give and go, and scores.
All right, 20-18 with under 3 minutes left in the second quarter.
Joey Klein brings it up. Cuts, drives to the hoop, loses control.
Gets tied up, and it's a jump ball. Possession of Newton Falls.
He's got to pull back a little bit quicker. He's leaving the ball out there for him, and they're making the most of it. Newton Falls takes it out under their own hoop. Pass to Josh Honeycutt. He kicks.
There's a foul away from the ball by number 21. Here's the replay. Let's see what happened in terms of. It looks like it was a foul against Josh Honeycutt as he was going up for the pass. Actually, if Honeycutt had shot the ball, he'd be at the line right now. Newton Falls will inbound.
Well, we're almost in the bonus for the rest of the half. Joey Klein receives the pass. Going to set something up out front. From 3, no good.
Good rebound.
Josh Honeycutt with the rebound. Jordan Dowling controls. Pass out to Josh Honeycutt. Nice little spin move. And good.
A little fade.
Ties it up.
That's what they call the fade. 20-20 with just over 2 minutes left in the second quarter. And
Foul on
there's
Adam Honeycutt.
a blocking foul on Adam Honeycutt. I'd like to see that again. I'm not sure he's even moving his feet. Let's take a look here. Oh, that's the spin move.
Jared Simon for Garrettsville is going to shoot 2. First one's good.
21-20. Just over 2 minutes with Garrettsville up by a point.
Second one no good, but Garrettsville gets the rebound. Drive to the hoop. They're doing a whole lot more of that. Newton Falls is getting caught flat-footed.
Yeah, there was basically nobody to meet him at the rim. 23-20, Garrettsville is up with just under 2 minutes left in the first half.
Newton Falls works it around out front. Joey Klein with the ball to Adam Honeycutt. He looks it over. Jordan Dowling with the ball to Josh Honeycutt. Head fake, pulls back. 1:40 to go in the half. Josh to Adam. Adam from 3, no good. Rebound Josh, he takes it up, no good. Jump ball, I think, is Newton Falls.
Yeah, it's gonna be possession to Garrettsville. And you know what I'm seeing here, Ken? We're not playing any outside game with Marquette out of the game.
Yeah.
So the coach has just decided, let's get Cole Marquette back in the game. You'll see the complexion change, and it has to. Just under 1.5 minutes left in the first half. Let's see if it can be productive for Newton Falls.
Josh Honeycutt D'ing up out front on number 22 as he dribbles around looking for somebody to pass to, looking to penetrate this Newton Falls defense. Kicks out, Joey Klein on the defender, and he hits the 3.
26-20. Garrettsville has the lead with 1 minute left in the first half.
Joey Klein feeds Josh Honeycutt. He looks to D over. A lot of isolation play here. And another turnover.
This has been a rough game, folks. Newton Falls
Jacob
recovers.
Wright with the steal. Pass over to Adam, which passes to Joey Klein. He sets something up here. Need to get a bucket here before the half because we're down by 6.
Oh, Cole Marquette is going to get called with a big push-off. I'm hoping we can get a replay of that. There was a lot of tussling right in the key, and Cole was pushing off in a rather aggressive way there under the basket. That's what happens when the big men start pushing off away from the ball.
Garrettsville brings it up. Number 22 passed over to number 1. We're down by 6 points with 30 seconds to go. Foul on Adam Honeycutt. That'll be his second foul.
And I think that's going to
and they'll go to the foul line for a 1-1.
Put us in the bonus. Yeah, that's right. .29 seconds left in the first half, and Garrettsville making a surprising charge, leading 26-20.
One's off. Rebound, Adam Honeycutt.
All right, Tigers.
He brings
25 seconds left to do something.
Josh from 3, no good.
Go
Ian
up with
King
it.
with the rebound, and he's
good,
fouled.
Smart play. Ian King knew he was going to get hammered, and watch this. He knows that's almost should be a technical. I mean, that was a very aggressive foul.
He'll get 2 shots here.
Yeah, I'm surprised the refs aren't trying to calm things down a little bit. That was
another missed foul shot.
26-20 with 19 seconds left. Newton Falls at the stripe. Seeing if they can salvage a point here in the last 19 seconds.
And the second one's good.
And they do. Okay, Evan Robertson comes back in the game, and Cole Marquette comes out. He's got 2 fouls, so the coaches are going to try to keep their weapons with as few fouls as possible.
Garrettsville swings it, brings it up front. Crosses half court, penetrates, kicks out to the corner, shots up, no good. Rebound, Adam Honeycutt.
6 seconds left. Newton Falls is going to try to do something. He's got to go up. Go up with it. Go up with it.
Scores.
Yes!
Scores.
Oh, my.
Ian King.
Again, as Dick Enberg said, oh, my. How about that? A little bit of defense. And maneuvering under the basket gets you another bucket. 26-23. The Tigers versus Garfield. Garfield's got 26 points, and the Tigers have 23. But, Ken, I'm encouraged by what happened in the last 60 seconds because Garfield had the opportunity to pull away.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a intensity swing there for Newton Falls there at the end, which was good. They kind of stopped the bleeding because it was crazy in the first half. It seemed like it was all Newton Falls in the first quarter, and then you turn around and it reverses itself that it was all Garrettsville in the second quarter, and they had the momentum, and as you said, the Newton Falls stopped it and turned it around towards the end of the half.
Yeah, that little bucket at the very end. And you know what I think was the sort of recharging element at the end of the second quarter was Ian King grabbed a rebound under our own basket and was hacked very aggressively. It was almost should have been a technical, I think, but he got the shot off. He was able to get that 1 point, and I think it sort of provided us with a little bit of energetic spurt. And then, of course, we picked up that one bucket at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 hustle plays. That's why I always tell the kids, you can impact the game in so many ways. It doesn't have to be just your shooting. That sometimes people get down on themselves if they're not shooting the ball well, their shots aren't falling, but you can impact the game in so many ways and do something for your team, and that's what Ian King did there right at the end of the game.
Well, Coach, we know that Coach Sembach is in the locker room right now, and you've always told me that at halftime he frequently has a way of motivating these kids. What is he going to do different in the game plan? Because it looks to me like if they keep on trying to get the ball inside the goal, they keep pounding away, they might have some success, but I'm not sure what your philosophy is.
Well, I mean, offensively, I think things have went well according to his game plan. Just like we've seen the last couple of games, he'll be patient there and stick with his game plan. But I think we've had some defensive breakdowns there in the second quarter that he'll want to address, and it seemed like Garrettsville in the second quarter got a lot of rebounds too. So,
well, I'm going to say something that I rarely say, and that is that the rebounding, although we normally lead the games in rebounding, these were weird rebounds. The ball was hitting the back of the rim and shooting off like a pinball machine.
Yeah.
And those are almost impossible to rebound unless the ball comes right to you. And because Garrettsville stays around the outside, the ball's been flying off the rim and shooting to the outer elements of the court. And I just think that was a fluke. I've never seen a game where so many rebounds didn't take the normal bounce.
Yeah, normally when you see somebody shooting the long shots like Garrettsville's shooting, usually the rebounds end up come off long like that. So we're going to have to just make some adjustments there. I think we'll be all right in the second half. I don't know, we had the momentum and didn't put it away when we had the chance and gave them second life. And if you let somebody hang around long enough, and that's what we did in the first half. So I think we just need to regroup.
Well, I just want to take a moment to remind everybody that these games really have been made possible by the folks over at Gregory Films. Tom Gregory is the producer of these games, and we have an outstanding crew here. Amy Kloss is working our isolation camera, and we also have a camera being worked by Steve Hardinger, and Steve celebrated his birthday yesterday, and over at our council meeting we gave him a round of applause. But he has been sort of a mainstay of Newton Falls video in the government department for many years, Ken. And people don't appreciate. Years ago, meetings would take place, and you'd be lucky if the newspaper covered the meeting accurately. And now, because of people like Steve, Gregory Films, Amy Kloss, you can tune in that public meeting at any time of day. You can, if you can't sleep, you can go in your bathrobe and turn on YouTube, and people really can follow government because of all these video activities.
Yes, that's pretty interesting to keep people enlightened of what's going on and stuff. That's some exciting news.
And I should also say that for those of you that are following the exploits of Ed Sinchak, he came out of surgery last night and is recuperating. And the word we have is that he's doing very well. So keep those cards and letters coming. If you want to get to the Be the Newton Falls Facebook page, where you'll see the posting by Tom Calasimo, and that includes the information where you can send cards and letters to Ed Sinchak. He's the man that designed the Sinchak Tiger, and as you look at our little set here between us, Ken, is that Sinchak Tiger designed by Ed Sinchak, one of the very memorable characters and outstanding teachers in the proud lore of Newton Falls High School. Also remind everybody that later this spring, Senior Day is coming up, Senior Service Day, and that's a chance for all of the things around town to get cleaned up, painted up, spruced up, and fixed up by the senior class of Newton Falls High School. And Ken, I will tell you that they really made a difference. Anybody that drives down First Street in front of Direct International sees that board-on-board fence, and it's painted a lovely golden brown with a bunch of tiger paws. Well, that was done by the Newton Falls senior class of last year. So, Coach, has Joey indicated what they have up their sleeve for 2020 for Senior Service Day?
Did you say have they?
Yeah, I wonder if Joey has told you what the game plan is.
He hasn't said anything.
Well, you know, as city manager, I do get to give them some ideas. So I want the seniors to know that they better get their paintbrushes ready. There'll be a lot of painting this year.
Yeah, they did a nice job. I noticed when I first came down First Street, like you said, that really catches your eye. As soon as I seen it, I was like, wow, that looks really nice.
Also remind everybody that on March 17th, there is a levy for our schools, and there are two issues. And former school board president, now Mayor Klein, those are both renewals.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
and so remind everybody, get out to the polls. You know, some people think, well, Ohio's primary is in March, and all these other primaries like New Hampshire and Iowa have taken place first. But the point is that it's not just the primaries for political races for president or whatever. Important measures are on the ballot. So please exercise your right to vote. Get to the polls. And this year, there's no reason to miss it because it's St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
So a lot of people take that day off anyhow, don't they?
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. Just as a reminder for everybody to get out and to vote and support your school.
Well, the other thing people should realize is that we love these athletics. We love these kids playing. If we don't have the opportunity to have these measures go forward, athletics suffer. Mm-hmm. All the extracurriculars suffer. And, you know, Newton Falls, we're known also not just for outstanding athletic program, but the music program under the direction of Mark Simrau is really legendary.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a good teacher. He's done some amazing things. I mean, since he's taken over with the band and stuff. So,
yeah. All right, well, we're getting ready for the second half. The Newton Falls Tigers are in deficit, 26-23, with the G-men of Garrettsville leading. But, you know, if things go true to form, I was looking at some of the statistics between Garrettsville and between Newton Falls, and Newton Falls' strongest quarter throughout this entire season has been the fourth quarter. And that's not necessarily true with Garrettsville. So that tells me that Coach Sembach always has something up his sleeve. What do you think it is this time, Ken?
Well, I'm waiting for somebody to break out for us. We haven't had anybody. Cole started off real strong, but then kind of tapered off, and then we have a couple other guys that haven't really got started yet. So I'm waiting to see who's going to come out here in the third quarter and be the go-to guy for Newton Falls.
Well, we did get a three-point shot made by Adam Honeycutt. And, you know, he can get hot at any time.
Yeah.
Dowling can get hot at any time. And as we've seen from previous games, even some of the role players, if they're open, they're going to take the shot. Ivan Howard is not afraid to shoot the ball if he's open.
Well, that adds to the reason why I think that we're the strong team in the fourth quarter is just that depth. You know, that at some point in time, a little bit of fatigue takes over, and we're probably the fresher team when it comes to the fourth quarter. So probably has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, there's nothing like having fresh legs coming out onto the court at any given moment. And the players are getting set up right now. The referees are having a conference right now. I see the referee in the middle saying,
Looks like
he can save $15, 15% every month with Geico. I think he just.
looks like Jim Zamora, doesn't it?
It is. I think that is a Jim Zamora.
Oh, it looks just
That's
like
easy
him.
for me to say. I didn't know he reffed.
I don't think it is. But
Okay,
it
it's
looks like
not,
him.
but it could be a double, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Joey Klein brings it up. He's got it in the corner, penetrates, kicks over to Adam, inside to Cole. Nice ball movement. Got to make our layups, guys. Got to make the short ones.
Coach, he put the ball on the floor. He didn't
Yeah.
need to. He didn't need to do that.
We've missed a lot of point-blank shots. One out front. Joey Klein's got him. Pass inside. Dribble pass back out front to number 1. He's looking for some help. They move the ball around. Trying to find an opening in this Newton Falls defense. Take number 5 up at the top of the key, pass inside, back to number 1. Penetrates. He looks to kick out to 22. He's had the hot hand. Garrettsville continues to just move it around and stay patient and lose
Nice. A little, whoa. Got to be careful there.
the ball. Joey Klein with the ball inside, pass to Josh Honeycutt, off one leg and scores.
And there's the floater. You know, the mid-range shot, Ken, is always the one that's not expected. 2 guys. It looks like a loose ball foul on Newton Falls.
Looks like it's going to be a Cole Marquette foul.
That's his third.
Just judging his body language.
That's something we did not need to see early in the third quarter. 6:35 left of the third quarter. Tigers down 25-26 for Garrettsville.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see. Yep, there you go. The coach is going to take Marquette out, and that does change the complexion of the game. I think this is going to be a tough slug all the way through.
Garrettsville controls, takes it up, partially blocked, gets the rebound and scores.
28-25. Garrettsville up here early in the
Joey
third
Klein
quarter.
brings it up.
Yeah, something's going to have to change here.
Passes out to Josh Honeycutt. He brings it around to the front. Goes to the hole, misses. Ian King misses. Missing too many short shots.
Boy, the Kings got the ball right under the basket.
Yep.
Didn't use enough of the glass. And the ball goes back to the Garrettsville G-men, and Josh Honeycutt has picked up his third foul.
Well, Garrettsville brings it up. They have the ball at the top of the key. Pass over to the wing. Swings it around almost and over and back. Trying to find something in this Newton Falls defense. The defense has been well. We've been missing a lot of layups and getting out-rebounded recently. Pass inside.
There's a foul
Adam
on Adam
Honeycutt.
Adam is saying it's
And
all
that's
ball.
now-
Let's look. Here's the replay right here. We can see. Hard to tell with the angle that we had, but
Now his third foul.
Adam is saying it's all ball, and there's quite a bit of crowd reaction to Adam's protestations here. And you can see, I don't know, can you tell from that angle? It looked to me like it was all ball. But they are making us pay. 29-25 with just under 6 minutes left in the third quarter.
Number 5 prepares to shoot his second one. Nathan Pitziger. And he misses it, but they control the boards.
Well, there's a...
I thought he was going to get his fourth one there.
Yeah.
Joey Klein brings it up.
I don't
Down
think
by
they'd have the
4.
nerve to do that to Adam at this stage. Joey Klein trying to drive. Jump ball. I don't know. That to me was a foul on a drive. Here's a replay, as you can see. And
Yeah,
Joey
that's
Klein.
what it looked like to me.
It's tough to say, but possession goes to the Garrettsville G-men. 29-25 in the third quarter with just under 5.5 minutes left.
Garrettsville works it around out front. Dribbles around top of the key. Pass inside. Back out front. Fakes the 3 ball. Back out front to number 1. Number 5 gets the pass, swings it to the corner to 22
He's wide
from
open.
3-point range. Rebound, Ivan Howard. Hits Adam Honeycutt, and he brings it up.
Adam is bringing it down.
Pass to Joey Klein, back to Josh. Drives to Adam.
Adam is wide open.
Joey Klein, rebound.
Oh, there's a foul, grabbing, and it's on Garrettsville, Joey Klein. And Joey's going to the line. I'm going to see if the referees agree with him. They do not agree with him. That's a smart play, though. Go to the foul line and see what happens. Klein is going to go out for a breather.
Yeah, I was wondering what he was doing.
Well, he was saying I was going to the basket. Okay. So Joey Klein is out, and so is Cole Marquette. So it's an interesting configuration we have out there right now. Let's see if the players can provide a spark.
Nice move. All right, we got one to fall there. Josh Honeycutt.
Josh Honeycutt driving, 29-27, keeping the
Defense
game close.
by Josh, and then Evan. Josh Honeycutt with the defense. Rebound, Garrettsville.
31-27 with 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
Not surprisingly, Garrettsville has controlled the boards recently, and they have the lead in the game right now. Ivan Howard with the ball out front to Ian King.
There's a lot of reaching going on by the G-men. They're not calling it, Ken.
Josh Honeycutt out front. Dribbles, looks to
Ball
slapped
tipped out of
out from
bounds.
Garrettsville.
And the ball goes to the Newton Falls Tigers, tipped out of bounds by Garrettsville.
Joey
Klein is back in. You know, you got to have a good ball handler on the court at all times, and I think Coach Sembach is hesitant to leave Joey Klein out of the game too long. And for a young man that's been suffering from influenza all day long, he's really hanging in there.
Okay, Josh Honeycutt into Joey Klein. Joey brings it up. Center court. He looks around and he turns
and there's
it
a
over.
Steal. 33-27, a 6-point lead by the G-men. And I'm thinking there'll be a timeout pretty soon by Coach Sembach.
Jordan Dowling for 3, and it's good.
33-30 with just over 3 minutes left.
Number 5 back to 22. Swings it to the corner from 3-point range, and it's good.
Yeah, he was wide open. 36-30, but there was nobody within 10 feet of that player.
Joey Klein brings it up. He looks for the screen. A little bit of ISO here. Pass out to Adam Honeycutt, to Josh Honeycutt out front, to Joey Klein.
He's got to find somebody underneath. Robertson underneath.
Robertson,
he goes high off the glass. We've got too many bunnies that are getting away from us, Ken.
Garrettsville scores again.
38-30 with under, well, let's say it's about 2.5 minutes left. There's the timeout that we expected to see. Coach Sembach does not seem to be rattled. He's brought out the chairs, so this is a serious timeout.
Yeah. I hope he has something to flip the switch here, though. Right now, we haven't looked well since the first quarter.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that seems to be happening. They're getting the outside shots going, is Garrettsville, but there's not that much pressure on them on the outside.
Yeah.
And the other thing that's happening is that we're letting the inside open up a little bit. Now, let's be fair to the Tigers. There are 3 fouls on Cole Marquette.
Yeah.
And that changes the inside game.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, we need to concentrate and start making some of them bunnies. We've missed so many of them.
I bet we've had 10 missed layups in this game.
So many.
Well, that's okay. The game is 38-30. Still a relatively close game, and there's plenty of time for Newton Falls to take over the game. So let's see what they're doing. Cole Marquette is back in the game. He's got 3 fouls. So I've got a feeling he may switch him out when it comes to defense. Let's see what happens.
Josh out to Cole. Takes a dribble, passes to Jordan Dowling, pass to Adam Honeycutt, to Joey Klein. Joey takes a couple dribbles, passes to Cole out front. They're swinging it out front in this dribble attack offense. Adam Honeycutt fakes the three. Jordan Dowling looks for somebody to pass to.
A little bit of roughhousing there. That should have been a reach-in foul on the part of Garrettsville, but the refs are letting them play.
Moving it around here.
And
yeah, they finally called one.
Yeah, it's interesting. Watch this. He's been bumping him the entire way, and now I I think that was a makeup foul. Inbounded by the Tigers.
Adam Honeycutt throws it into his brother, Josh Honeycutt. He penetrates, takes it to the hoop.
Get the rebound.
Kicks it out to Joey Klein. Sets up. He drives. He penetrates, and it's good. He's not going to give him the shot. That's insane. That's a terrible call.
That's unbelievable. Well, Mr. Sembach just got teed up.
Sembach with the tee.
Well, he's going to get tossed out of here because he's not stopping. If you get a shot there, Steve, of Coach Sembach over there in isolation.
Well, it started off. He's correct, though. That was a terrible call.
That's Coach Sembach, and right now, you could fry an egg on his forehead right now. And I think he may take the position that it's worth getting thrown out of the game. You know, you do that every now and then.
Yeah.
But Joey Klein was mugged on the way to the rim. And
Caden Spade misses the technical foul shot. You'll have a second one coming here. And he makes the second one.
You know, the worst thing about that whole play is that one of the other refs actually was going to count the basket. The head ref overruled the down ref. So that was not a good situation. The ref that was farthest from the play overruled the ref that was closest to the play. Well, it's 39-30 with just over a minute left here at the end of the third quarter, and we've had quite a bit of tension and controversy. Sounds like a council meeting from last year.
Garrettsville from the corner, number 5. The shot goes up, and they control the boards again.
Okay, but oh my gosh.
And the loose ball.
Okay, 41-30.
Joey Klein kicks out to Jordan Dowling, partially blocked.
1 minute left in the game.
This could be a dagger here.
We are getting mugged under the boards. You see the look on Adam Honeycutt's face. And now what's he going to call? He's going to call a block. He's not calling the charge. And the fans watch this. The fans over here in Garrettsville land are going crazy because they wanted a charge. I know you're prejudiced, but what's your view of that call?
It was probably a charge.
Well, that's his dad, folks, so that's about as honest as you can get.
Got to hit the foul shots. There's no time coming off the clock. This is a way to catch up. You get to the foul line, can't miss foul shots.
Cheerleaders from Garrettsville have taken to banging the wall in a most irritating fashion. And Joey Klein makes the second shot.
10-point lead. I'm going to tell you, Newton Falls has got to put the defense on now if they want to get back into this.
10-point game with just 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Garrettsville up by 10 points. Newton Falls is really trying to put the pressure on, and
got the steal.
Okay.
Joey Klein with the ball, sets something up out front.
See if we can get a bucket before the horn sounds for the end of the third quarter.
A little bit of isolation. He's pulling out front.
Joey Klein doing some fancy dribbling here. And I don't even know what the call was.
They called a 5-second call for him holding the ball.
Yeah, Boy, he was making, that rule says if you don't make a move
Yeah.
towards the basket, and
Yeah,
he
and
did.
that was, I thought so too.
And he did.
Yeah, I thought
And he
that was
did.
a
That was
poor call.
That was a little bit of Bush League. Okay, Adam Honeycutt with a breakaway. I don't know if it would have counted.
I don't know. They missed the kick down there, though, when he stole the ball.
Yep, that's right.
Boy, I'm going to
Well,
tell
folks,
you what, though, the thing that makes me a little bit nervous is we've scored 30 in 3 quarters, and we're down by 10, so.
Well, here's the thing. We still have Marquette at 3 fouls. So my guess is he's going to come out and continue to play until he fouls out. I mean, I think that's all you can do. Do you agree with that philosophy, Kim?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there ain't nothing to save him for now, you know.
Yeah. Well, let's see. We've had some heroes. Almost every player has had what I call a hero game in the fourth quarter. Joey Klein, who's the leading scorer for this team, is playing with an average of just over 17 points. And we're going to see if he can turn that around. Tonight he has just 7 points. But, he does have a way of coming out of the woodwork and taking over a game in the fourth quarter. So let's see if the flu bug can be suppressed.
Joey with the ball out front, passes to Ian King. He swings it around to Josh Honeycutt. Looks for an opening. He drives up. It looks like he got hacked across the arm. Ian
but
King
we saved the rebound. Save the rebound. Okay.
Joey Klein pass to Ian. Shots up for 3-point.
Yes!
It's good.
41-34. It's a 7-point game. Maybe that's the spark they needed just at the very beginning of the fourth quarter in what's been a game of a lot of controversy, tension, anger, and even a technical foul against the Newton Falls Tigers coach. Let's see what happens here.
Garrettsville swings into the corner. Number 14 penetrates. Cole Marquette with the defense, but he scores.
That's a nice shot. He had to shoot way above Cole Marquette.
Joey Klein to Adam Honeycutt. Drives, dishes off to Joey Klein. Back to Adam Honeycutt. He drives. He hits his brother Josh going to the hole, fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's good. We have the opportunity to put points on the board now with the clock not running, and they called it on the ground. I thought for sure there was a shooting foul.
I don't understand. They've been doing that all game. They did it to Joey earlier. Oh, wait a minute. Looks like they are going to put him at the line. No, they're not.
Wow.
There's Joey Klein. This has been some...
Adam up, and he got him on the arm. Another missed call.
45-34, just under 7 minutes. The Tigers going to have to do something to pull a rabbit out of a hat here. And I'm asking, who's calling this game? Because the referees seem to be letting the other side take over. They're calling a... There's no travel. He kept his pivot foot down. That's no travel.
22 brings it up for Garrettsville.
Well, they're going to slow it. I would imagine they're going to slow it down.
I was going to say, I would think that they would start working some clock a little bit. 14 out to number 5, back to 14
watch inside.
In the corner.
They've got a guy inside. They've got to watch that. 47-34. 6 minutes left in the game.
Adam Honeycutt out front. He thought about the 3. Hits King in the corner.
We're going to have to start shooting and not eating up the clock.
To Joey Klein. He drives to the hole, and he's hammered. Now, this should be 2 shots.
If it's not, then they should just rip up the rule book. And now the referee's having a talk with the man that was called for the foul. Well, Joey, we got to score while the clock ain't moving. So let's see what happens here. Take your time. Take your time. Cole Marquette comes out and Everett Robertson goes in, and that's to save the fouls on the defensive end. So I'm guessing that if we get the ball back again on another possession, that he'll come back in.
Well, I tell you what, we missed foul shot after foul shot. Can't get back like that. Garrettsville penetrates and scores.
There's a fan here who told that young man to dunk the ball who doesn't have the height to do it. There's Adam Honeycutt.
Shot is off. Mad scramble. Garrettsville gets the rebound. And they threw it out of bounds.
Newton Falls gets the ball. Well, 49-34, a 15-point deficit. Ken, if there's going to be a move, you better make it now.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Pass out front to Adam Honeycutt to Josh. Honeycutt swings it to Joey Klein. Pivots, looks for help to Evan Robertson.
You got to start getting some shots off. There's not really that much time to play around here. Joey Klein goes up again. Boy, I'll tell you what, they're not. Joey Klein could get run over with tread marks on his face, and they're not going to call a foul against Garrettsville. I don't know what's going on, but Joey Klein seems to be a marked man. Boom.
Yeah, there seems to be some type of a mindset going on tonight. I don't understand.
Yeah. Joey Klein is being given a message, and that is that we don't care. Well, there's an interesting call. A little reach-in call. Maybe that's what's going on here. If you hit somebody hard, it's not a foul, but if you just touch them a little bit. So Joey Klein's at the line because of the bonus situation.
Got to start making some of these.
Yeah, Joey looks tired.
Yeah.
Get in.
Hey,
put it up, Evan.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Evan got the ball, but just came down with it.
Well, Garrettsville works it around out front.
Yeah.
Boy, you would think that they would run some clock, but hey, if it's there, the layup's there.
Yeah, you might as well take it.
Adam from downtown.
51-37, a 14-point deficit the Tigers are fighting against now. The clock is now their worst enemy.
Oh, yeah.
And
Garrettsville lost it out of bounds. But like you said, yeah, their worst enemy right now is the clock, just to see if they'll have enough time.
Well, you know, Adam Honeycutt, he had the right idea. We can play around trying to find the perfect shot, but if the only shot you have is 5 feet behind the three-point line, take the shot they give you.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Boy, there's a little elbow.
Adam
again.
Three again. Off.
We're not getting that rebound. Yeah, there's a call against Adam Honeycutt, and that is his fourth foul, I think.
Yeah, it is.
And that is that's painful because we need Adam Honeycutt for points.
It's his fourth foul, and
Cole Marquette is not in the game at the moment. And
he's checking in.
Here he comes.
Jared Simon with the first foul shot, and it's good.
Okay, Marquette in for Evan Robertson, and they've got to get the ball inside to Marquette because not only will he be able to get the points, but if he goes to the stripe, we can score with the clock not moving, and that is key. So I've got to think that they're going to try to get the ball.
Josh Honeycutt.
Get the ball. Oh, now that's a foul. What? I have no idea what game they're calling.
Well, the thing about it is, like I said earlier in the game,
go up!
Garrettsville plays a physical style of basketball.
Yes, they do.
And the way the officiating has been tonight, they've let them play that.
55-37 here, folks. We've got an 18-point deficit. I've got a problem with the girls doing that during the foul shooting. I think that's unsportsmanlike. And I'm surprised that Coach Sembach isn't saying anything. This is not the NCAA finals where it's okay to do anything to torture a foul shooter.
Cole Marquette sets the second one. No good. Garrettsville brings it up. Past the number 22. He holds the ball out front.
He's going to take his time. Referee's counting that 5 seconds.
Jacob Wright applies the defense on him. He pulls it back out.
Yeah, he's just going to eat up clock here.
Yeah.
3 minutes left in the game, 18-point deficit.
Yeah, they're working
tough
around
game.
out front. Just
Tough
working
game.
it around out front, running the clock out.
Under 3 minutes. And the Tigers are down 55 to 37.
Caden Spade loses the ball. They want to play with the ball and lost the ball, but too little, too late, I think, for Newton Falls.
Got to get a shot off, guys. Doesn't matter where you are, you got to shoot.
Jacob Wright penetrates.
And the ball is dribbled out of bounds. And the ball goes back to the Garrettsville G-men. Well, Ken, we're learning to call all kinds of games, aren't we?
Yeah. Garrettsville brings it up, number 5. Back to number 22, and they're most likely just going to run some clock here. Back to number 5, over to Caden Spade, number 1 to number 22. Cuts, guy open underneath, number 14.
And there's a reach-in foul against Newton Falls. They're in. We just had a brief geography lesson here amongst ourselves. And we are waiting for the foul shots to be taken by Garfield High School in Garrettsville, Ohio, 37 to 55. And Cole Marquette is out of the game. So is Adam Honeycutt. And Ken, I think Sembach has waved the white flag.
Yeah, I think he has.
Joey Klein is out of the game as well. And actually, I don't believe do we have any starters playing right now?
Ian King.
Ian
that's
King.
It, yeah.
And Ian King is now playing center. So this little zone defense.
Yeah, Garrettsville looks like they're all right with just working some clock here. 2 minutes to go in the game. .22 to the hole, and he scores. Evan Robertson.
He's got to use the glass. He's got to use the glass. They're yelling "dunk it" here. These fans over at Garfield Garrettsville are yelling for them to dunk the ball. Well, Ken, this is a learning experience.
Yeah, I suppose you see how you rebound from it. The boys look pretty dejected, but you know what? They really didn't bring their A game. I don't know how much of the whole thing is Joey coming in sick, and that's your point guard, and that kind of takes a little bit away from the game plan. So I don't know.
Well, I think what they learned also in this game is that they're learning how to deal with a physical team, and it's a different philosophy. Basketball is like hockey from that standpoint. You can be the finest shooting hockey team in the world, but if you're up against a team full of enforcers, you're going to have trouble.
Entering in the game is freshman for Newton Falls, number 21, Dylan McGregor, and number 33, Caleb Howard. Garrettsville at the rebound. Number 15 brings it up.
1 minute left in the contest, 57 to 37, with the G-men from Garrettsville really stunning the Newton Falls Tigers. But knowing Coach Sembach, they're going to take something valuable away from this game.
Yeah, remember the first quarter, we thought it was going to be a runaway the other way.
Yeah.
And they
well, there was no inside game for the first half whatsoever from Garrettsville Garfield.
Well, Newton Falls just didn't put them away in the first quarter or let them back in it, and they let them hang around long enough, and they become dangerous. I think if they would have, instead of taking that break or whatever, but just, tried to extend that lead early on, it might be a different game right now.
Sure. Well, let's remember the G-men received a big assist from the Zebras out there tonight, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joey Klein is going to be filling out a hit-and-run report with our police department later on tonight. And the final score from Zorn Gymnasium is 57 for the G-men of Garfield Garrettsville and 37 for the Newton Falls Tigers. So I don't think for those guys up in the control room, I am not going to go down on the floor for an interview. Because I don't think anybody wants to do a floor interview.
I was just going to kid and tell you that. I don't think you're going to be doing any interviews tonight.
But that's okay. It is a learning process. And, I've always felt that failure creates the guidepost for success, right?
Oh,
I mean, the first time you shot a foul shot in your life, you probably missed it.
Yeah.
But you had to learn how to do it by missing, right?
Yeah.
All right, this is David Lynch, and I'm here with Ken Klein in the post-game of the very difficult game against Garrettsville Garfield High School, in which the score was 57-37. And let's face it, Ken, even for Coach Sembach, that was sort of a surprise, was it not?
Oh, I think so. I think he expected at least a better, I don't know if effort is the right word, but I think he was hoping for the team to put it all together, and there was a lot of missed layups, missed foul shots, some defensive breakdowns, a lot of things that he's probably not real happy about right now.
Well, Ken, one thing I've noticed, too, when we're doing these scholastic games, Tuesday night games have a totally different kind of energy than a Friday night or Saturday night game. And who knows, we had Joey Klein who had the flu, and maybe there was a difficult geography test today. I mean, there are all kinds of things that happen in school throughout the day, and I think weeknight games are a little bit more of a challenge.
Yeah, you're right. You come home from school and there's like a lot going on, and it seemed like the team was a little bit flat. And Joey didn't seem like the only one under the weather. I mean, a lot of them just seemed like they just really.
To me, it looked like actually looked like everybody was tired. Cole looked tired. Joey was tired. Even if you play a quarter step slower than somebody else, that's enough for them to spring into the lead. And in the second half, when it seemed like it was still going to be a relatively close game, suddenly the G-men unveiled an inside game, which they had not shown the entire game.
Yeah, we were in kind of a desperation mode trying to stop this, and it was kind of like the dam breaking. You're trying to hold water back here and there, and it just, it come apart on them, at the end of the game. Yeah.
Well, again, I think a lesson has been learned about playing a physical team, and Coach Sembach will be able to do that. Well, folks, that brings to a close another broadcast of the Newton Falls Tigers. This is David Lynch and Ken Klein from Zorn Gymnasium. We've got one more game, 7 o'clock, and we'll have the pregame at 6:30 on Friday, coming up this Friday. And we hope that everybody will make sure they get over to that game, because it may be our last broadcast of the season, depending on what happens. If the OHSAA lets us broadcast a playoff, we'll do it. But it's next Friday. It's the 14th.
Yeah. A week from Friday.
A week from Friday. I'm sorry. Thank you very much, Steve Hardiger. And by the way, that's Valentine's Day. So what better way to celebrate Valentine's Day than tuning in on YouTube, Newton Falls Television, Facebook, or on Spectrum 1023. Ken, any parting words before we sign off?
No, I'm kind of speechless, I suppose.
All right. Well, from Zorn Gymnasium, Dave Lynch and Ken Klein, where the final score was 57-37 in favor of the Garrettsville G-men. Have a great night, everybody.